I like that beat.
I like turtles.
That's all right. That's okay. So we are live, and it is the Friday
And it's
education.
spam.
It's a Friday education show. I hope some folks show up. We have some cool stuff to talk about, namely because we're both from states where fire ants are problematic, like at best.
Yeah, they're a real thing. When I was younger, they actually put my little brother in the hospital for like 9 days. He was 2 and he only got bit by 14 fire ants, but he had to go to the fucking hospital.
I was like, did they beat him up?
Yes, the ants beat him up.
Well, I mean, your brother is small and skinny.
Yeah. Well, I think he's like 5'10", 5'11", but he has like the mass of a number 2 pencil.
Yeah. You know, a strong breeze would knock him over.
Yeah. That strong breeze could be something as simple as emotional damage.
Emotional damage.
You know what sucks? I had been practicing like repeating that for the whole week, and then I got fucking COVID, and now my fucking throat hurts. So I can't emotional damage. Doesn't sound right.
It's not doing it.
That's not it. But I've almost got the fucking corpses fucking sound down. Check it out. Check it out.
Do it.
The day that I hired a hitman on myself. Speaking of hitman, if anybody is already in here, which according to YouTube, no, I have a joke.
Oh dear God!
Before we get started,
all right, okay. I'll go ahead. I want to pour myself some water.
All right, pour yourself some water. Okay, so there's this assassin sitting at a bar, and he's pretty well known for being the assassin that charges $10,000 per bullet. A guy walks up to him and says, "Hey, are you the guy that charges $10,000 a bullet?" He says, "Yeah." "Well, what if you miss?" "I don't miss." "All right. Well, I got 20,000. I just found out my wife's been having an affair with one of the guys from her job. They're at the motel right now. Let's go take care of this." And he says, "All right, let's do that." So they go to the public park across the street from the motel, and the guy says, "All right, they're in room number 21. He says, "All right, how do you want me to do this?" And he says, "Well, I want you to blow her head off, and for him, I want you to shoot his dick right off." And he says, "All right." And so they're sitting there for a little while, and after a few minutes, the guy gets irritated. He says, "What the hell are you waiting for?" And he says, "Just be patient, sir. I'm trying to save you $10,000.
The first time I heard that joke, it took me literally minutes to get it. Really? Mike Smith is here. What's up, Mike? Political message deleted. Thank you.
R.I.P. Betty White.
It is the Friday show. We are a little bit looser. We like to educate on the Friday show. Like, we don't want to go into politics because, in all reality, we don't really have any. Like, it's a weird thing. I know it's a weird dichotomy, but we really don't have any. And
my political stance is the same as my religious stance. Don't be a dick to everyone.
Don't be a dick.
Just don't be a dick.
I love that shit, dude.
That's all there is to it, man.
I mean, yeah, because we're why is my wallpaper playing music? Chill. I find it weird that's the longest thing. That's the thing that takes me the longest every day is to choose what wallpaper I'm gonna set up on my 2 monitors. And that's the longest part of my day. Not what I'm gonna wear, not what I'm gonna discuss. No, just what wallpapers am I gonna be using?
Right. In the background of what it is you're actually doing.
Just important. It's
they
important
serve
for
no
aesthetics.
Functional purpose, but it has to be perfect. I think you might be on the spectrum, bro.
I think I have 80 fucking HD. Hold on, let me switch our background. Forgot to put that back on. There's our Hail Sagan background.
Hail Sagan.
But anyways, so you did decide that you wanted to talk about ants and speeders today, and
Fire ants and spitters.
and spitters, and I love spiders. And I was talking with you a little bit earlier, and I kind of wanted to say, I said I want to be like Steve Irwin. I want to educate the fear out of people. Like, yes, still be cautious around these things. They can still hurt you. They are still dangerous, but there's no reason to actively fear them. You know what I mean? I want to do that, and that's kind of like one of the reasons I like doing this show is so we can talk about really cool, awesome things, and we can correct behaviors like those stupid shark ones we were watching. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Where it's like, never watch this alone. And then the shark's just like, bro, you're in my home.
Right.
What do you want?
I don't come to your house and fucking bother you.
I don't come to your house and just rifle through your fucking sofa. Why are you here, bro?
Pretty much.
So, you know, it's just one of those fucking things. And I was just like, I don't know. Like I like correcting misinformation and I like educating. So that's just something I like, and I kind of want that to be our goal. And
I like that.
speaking of fire ants, though, like, have you seen how efficient these fuckers are?
Yes, I actually use them for cleaning like animal skulls that I find.
That is that's so serial killerish. Like,
Well, no, it's literally the most efficient way to clean off an animal skull, like to get all the meat and stuff off of it before you clean it like museum quality. So
yeah.
what I do is I have like a little like a minnow trap, you know, and I'll put like either like the dead squirrel or the dead rabbit or whatever I find. I'll put it in that like wire cage because it only has like little 3/4 inch spaces, and then I'll tent stake it to the ground right on top of a fire ant hill so that way nothing carries it away. And dude, like 3 or 4 days, there's like no fucking meat left on the carcass. It's incredible.
One, Mike Smith says boil it in borax. That is another good way to do it.
Well, yeah, but to get the big parts of like the meat and stuff, it's just a lot easier to let nature do its thing. And then I boil it in hot water and hydrogen peroxide.
So yeah, most of they're going to talk about what ants are capable of, but I kind of want to watch the time lapse because this person gives their
Hell
ants
yeah.
a mouse, and fire ants
The
are
protein
just
of
mean.
choice.
Fire
This dead white mouse. It's
fire
packed with an amazing
ants
amount
are
of protein
mean,
and
but
other
it's
nutrients,
because they are
which will benefit the Fire Nation
extremely territorial,
and AC family.
and they do
Yeah.
have
You will
an attack
truly be
mechanic
shocked
that
at
just
what will be left
it's
of
like
this
literally
mouse
calling
once
everybody
the
you've
Fire
ever
Nation
known ever to
is
go
through.
fuck up
Here
one
we go, AC
person.
family, placing the mouse into
They're
the
basically
sub of
like the
foot
yellow
and
jackets
fixing
that
it
can't
into
fly.
position. The Fire Nation
Mean,
doesn't seem to
yeah.
be jacking up into full-out attack mode, probably because they don't identify the mouse as a threat. Had this mouse been alive and moving, it would definitely be a different
See,
story.
right now the mice are
They'd be
the
stinging
mice,
this mouse
the
to
ants are
death.
just like,
But of course, we don't do live feeding on this channel.
Well, also
Fire
the
Nation
fact
has
that
been notified
that
of the
mouse
fresh
is like
carcass,
very
and
clean.
they're starting to emerge now.
You know,
to
Somebody
engage
order a
in the
mouse.
feast. Some of the ants are hoping to gain access to the good stuff within. by
that's why
way
you'll
of the
see they
exposed
tend to
skin
gather up
on the
around the
mouse's feet.
butthole and the
They'll
nose.
be trying to burrow in.
Yeah, they're
through the
looking
skin.
for that
stuff
animal
from
Others will
waste.
be
inside.
attempting access
Yeah,
to the
yeah.
mouse's insides through its ears.
Oh dear God, that
The
is
thought of
horrifying.
fire ants entering the ears makes me shudder.
But
The
you
ants
notice
will
how
attempt
none
to
of them
enter
are
the mouse's
stinging,
body
none of them
any
are
way they
attacking,
can.
and it's
Through
literally
eyes,
because they're just like,
nose,
oh
and
well,
mouth.
that's not
The
gonna,
Fire Nation will indeed
it's
be
not gonna
working
fight
overtime
us. It's
over
just
the next few
food.
days.
Yeah.
So this entire
So they're just
mouse
gonna literally
is
saw it
processed.
apart.
So come on, hit us with the time lapse.
Over the next few hours, pieces
Yeah,
of
man.
this mouse back to the nest, where it will be fed to the rest of the colony, including larvae and their queen, who will use all this awesome protein to lay more eggs. The protein will also go towards making more super majors for the ant colony. Ants
I always
Some of
found
the
it
world's
creepy how
most
they get
important
inside and make the
insectivores.
body move
Ecosystems
because
live
they're
Yeah.
literally
breaking
within
down
the
dead
fibers.
animals like this
Because right
mouse.
now,
What we are witnessing here, though somewhat gruesome to new eyes,
let's
is
see.
actually one of the most important purposes ants fulfill in the natural world. And
Yes.
you'll
Yeah,
marvel
they're
at
cleanup,
just
man.
how effective they are at their jobs. It's several hours after the introduction of the mouse, and by now, the ants have begun to gain access to the mouse's interior.
To the juicy insides.
What's amazing
They're
is
going
that
for
the ants
that
are
juicy
working in
cake
perfect
right in the
synergy,
middle. They want that
communicating
Twinkie
by way
cream.
of pheromones, biochemicals, laid
So
on
that, yeah, that's
seconds,
something I actually
and
wanted to
often
talk
through the-
about. So how they know what to do is because they don't have vocal cords, they have no real way of talking or anything. What they do is you see certain color abdomens here. Like this one's darker, this one's lighter, this one over here is lighter, this one is in between and has stripes. All of these see, like this one right here, this one's translucent with stripes. All of these mean things. All of these ants have specific jobs and they're doing specific things, and the way they communicate is through pheromones. They release a smell. So if you've
Well-
ever seen a circle of ants, it's because one of them fucked up and lost the smell.
Yeah, well, that's how most insects tend to communicate as well. Like,
A vast majority of them, yeah.
like when you guys watched the wasp video
Mhm.
and you saw the wasps were flying in and out, but there was
Yeah.
always that one sitting at the entrance, like sniffing everybody to make sure it wasn't an intruder.
Yeah, because he's a security guard with his
Pretty much.
with his fucking with his little. All right, you're good. All right, you're good. All right, you just came out. You just came out. What are you doing? Fine, fuck it. You're good.
Hand stamp, hand stamp, hand stamp. All right.
Fuck it. So right now, what's really fascinating is right now, as we're seeing, they have identified this as food, and that it's not a threat. It's not going to fight them. It's not going to invade their colony. It's literally just food. So unlike a live predator or something that they're going to
It's
fight,
gonna invade their colons.
and that's what they're doing to the mouse.
Oh yeah, that's right.
What you're literally witnessing is them digging and burrowing holes into the mouse.
It's so
Like,
cool though.
It is. It's neat, and it's honestly what's really funny, right? Is Jesus.
See what I
Right?
mean though?
Did
It's
we miss
very
this? Did
efficient.
we skip a step here?
Well,
Look at
no,
that.
he's not doing the full time lapse, but yeah, like it is very efficient.
So this is just insane how. And hair, as we know, is mostly it's fibrous. It has no real nutritional value or
Yeah.
anything else like that. So the ants are literally just going around the fucking hair, and the hair that does fall off, they're kind of moving it to the side. And I think that's just really insanely cool because if you see here, like right here on this shelf, there is where there is hair, and you can see down here too, where they carried it back bit by bit to the whole colony.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, like insects are incredibly clean workers.
I mean, just imagine being like that's your job, that's your factory job, just carrying back a big bloody piece of something. Hey, Jim.
Sup?
Another day. What you got there? Adrenal gland, an adrenal gland. Yeah, it's an adrenal gland. What you got? Piece
Toe
of brain.
skin.
Oh God.
Hey Mike, how's it going? Well, same soup, different spoon.
What you got there, Mike? Fucking hair. I'm on hair duty today. Gets everywhere.
But one thing I was wondering if you'd be able to pull up a picture of it for our viewers about fire ants is especially living and growing up in Florida. When it
Texas,
floods,
oh yeah, I'll do
anthill
that.
colonies are primarily in the ground. So when the groundwater floods past the point of the soil, the fire ants have to go somewhere. And if you don't know what you are looking at, it is possible that you will make one of the biggest mistakes of your life, because literally the fire ants will just hold on to each other and pile up on top of each other and float around on the water. They'll just be like a shit. Every ant in the colony plus every egg from the colony just in this little raft of nope, just floating on down, just enjoying the sunlight and the breeze. And then when it finally dries enough and they sink back down to the dirt, overnight they'll have that entire colony underground ready to rock and roll.
Yeah. So let's actually take a look at this. So this is one of the most terrifying fucking things you'll ever see in your life. Because if you're from Florida or you're from Texas, and we do have floods in Texas. Texas Flood was Stevie Ray Vaughan's first album.
I was to say, great album. Great album.
It was incredible. So this is what it looks like. This is an entire colony of fire ants, and they're just floating. How are they floating? By actually bonding together, by biting each other and forming a bond that everything else, and then they just put the fucking queen on top. See, look at him, he's like, oh no. And that's what it looks like. And if you're somebody that has been, like from flood, like I've seen so many people walk through floodwaters in Florida, like when I was living. What are you doing, dude? Don't do that. And that's all they do. They just float. They just float and wait for them to dry out. None of them really drown because they're so small.
Yeah.
And
that's the other crazy shit about ants. They are so small that they do not take fall damage.
They don't take fall damage.
No, they don't. Ants have no terminal velocity. You could take that entire thing of ants
there we go,
and drop it from like 30,000 feet. All that means it will be raining live fucking ants, dude. They will hit the ground and not fucking die.
It'll be raining live fucking ants.
I mean, that does sound pretty horrifying. Like, Sharknado is scary, but at least, if the sharks are flying through the air, they're not going to like get down the back of your shirt and into your butt crack.
I'm just imagine like just walking out of your apartment, just. Oh, that.
We got another spam message.
Fuck today.
I'm going inside. Fuck.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Just fuck this. Fuck today. No.
Hey, boss, I'm not gonna make it in today.
Why not?
No, I feel fine. It's fucking raining fire ants. I am not playing that game. We'll try again tomorrow.
And of course, like, what? Why is it such a mistake? Because anything they come in contact with that is dry,
they will crawl climb right up on it. Oh my!
They
God.
will climb, and all of them will do it. Look at that.
Yeah, like no, they'll if that floated over to the tree or something, that whole colony will climb up into the tree and like build that nest in a little crotch or something, and just fucking start over.
That is horrifying.
And that, dear children, is the basic theory of Pangaea.
Yeah, no shit. Pretty much. I just it's just imagine you're one of the bottom ends. Everybody's just standing on. You're just hanging onto your friends with your mouth. Well, this sucks.
You're like under the water a little bit, but you have that bubble around you because you're so fucking tiny.
You're just trying to talk to your friends all full of your mouth full of his foot,
Yeah.
What is you stepping?
Fucking pheromone smell underwater, no breeze.
What is you stepping? It's ew. Oh God, and I think ants are really cool, and like I said, we're here to breed. We're here to educate the fear out of you, because fire ants they're just ants. They're not here to. They're not vicious. They're not here to hurt you. They're just ants.
They won't attack you unless you mess with their mound. Like
pretty much. And I think what's really cool about ants, one of my favorite things about ants, is how unique their bite and their sting is to any other insect any other insect. It's so unique because you have almost neurotic acid, you have acid, or you have venom that affects your nervous system, like from black
Yeah.
widows, and then you have other stuff that affects your muscles. But ants aren't really there to kill you like other ones are. They're just there to irritate the living fuck out of you. And
Yeah, they're just there to
sometimes,
take a tiny chunk and leave.
well, yeah, and when they sting, they're not trying to kill you. They're trying to overpower you so they can literally eat you alive.
Yes.
Or if you're too big, you're like a human size, they're just there to annoy you until you go away.
Hmm.
And of course, yes, this can cause anaphylaxis. This can cause allergy symptoms. But overall, it's not trying to kill you.
Well, and also it is quite effective.
I don't know if anybody who's ever actually been bitten by a fire ant is like, I'm okay.
No, usually the first is shit.
Fuck, because you know where there's one, there's 77 of them.
Yeah.
I remember I was in Florida and I was trying to pick up a van, and the van was parked right on top of a fucking fire ant hill,
Nice.
and they didn't tell me.
And guess what you had to do to get the
So,
straps around the wheel?
I didn't know, right? So it was this big conversion van, and sometimes they have those two big iron steel loops, right, attached to the frame, and then sometimes they don't, which they have the big Y arms, and you had
Right.
to get a hook on those, either one of those, either the fucking loops or the Y arms. So I put my hand down, I look under. Oh, good. They have the loops. Bite. Motherfuck.
Instantly.
Yeah, instantly. I stand up and I'm just I got like it looks like I got hit with a paintball gun, you know what I mean, on rapid fire, and I'm just looking at them and they're like, "Oh yeah, forgot to tell you, there's your fire ant heel down there." You know what? I'm knocking off $25. And I did too. And they were pissed about it, but I was like, I'm gonna
Right.
feel like shit the rest of the day, dude. I'm gonna have this shit for fucking a week and a half. Fuck you, taking $25 off and putting it in my pocket.
Now I have to go buy calamine lotion
I hate it, dude. I hate
and
it.
cotton balls. And I'm charging you for it.
For reals. And let's take a look at what makes this sting so unique.
Well, it's not so much a sting, as it is like a bite.
It is a sting.
Inject shit into it.
Well, that's a sting.
Well, the sting is like a wasp. It comes out of the one thing. Fire ants, they bite you and then they curl their ass over and then.
There you go. Fire ants attack when their nest or food source is disturbed. Typically in swarms, fire ants can sting a person multiple times. Hey, and grave robber, what's that? What's this word? Right here. Starts with an S.
STDs.
This fucking music is annoying.
That is
a sudden pain and burning sensation. After 45 minutes, redness and swelling will go away, and pus-filled blisters begin to form. And this is if you're not allergic, don't have any kind of allergen to ants. So
for me, I have a mild allergy, so I get the pus-filled blisters, but also I get like a lot of swelling around the area too.
Yeah. So blisters may break and become infected. That's typical. That's not typical. Some people may see red, swollen, itchy patches of blisters. Some people have seizures, but again, this is just anaphylaxis.
Yeah.
So,
and that does help. Like most commonly, I would get stung while I was working construction on the hands. And what really helped is I would just take my hand and just dunk it right in the ice in my cooler. And it would help with the swelling a little bit, but that's what ice does.
And I guess I guess it wasn't going to talk about the venom itself. I really wanted to talk about the venom.
Yeah, I don't. It's hard to find like very detailed videos on fire ants. It's like not a lot of people really care. And then the ones you do find are like 48 minutes long, like some kid's like zoonotic thesis on fire ants. There is no in between.
Literally no shit. I'm searching now.
But that's all right because we've also got spiders that we can talk about.
Okay, this is really cool. This is really cool, but this is a lot of chemistry, and I'm gonna skip it. I'm gonna skip it. I'm like, it is a form of formic acid that is heavy in potassium and heavy in also several other forms of just ouchies, but it's chemically speaking, it's just cool how it's an irritant, and somehow through our bloodlines is what determined if we're allergic to it or not. So that's really cool. But we're gonna see this dude dump 1,000 cockroaches onto an ant hill and see what happens.
What is that?
The video is an informative one and does not call for violence. The video demonstrates the features of feeding ants.
That is like
Viewers
an
of
accent
our
that is
channel
like
have seen this forest more than once, since we filmed many episodes in it. For several years in a row, we periodically get pleasure in outdoor recreation. There are many other interesting forest stunts. They will meet with 1,000 Turkmen cockroaches.
He sounds like one of your people, dead man.
he does, yeah. He just sounds like a Spaniard.
Like straight up.
All right, buddy, come on, come on, come on.
Centimeters. Each
They gave your mom
cockroach
60 centimeters.
and cube. Second, the ad installed
There we go.
on hail in advance. At that
Are
moment,
you ready to rumble?
Welcome to Thunderdome, bitch.
Raised the alarm. More and more of them appeared on the anthill.
The roaches
Please
are like,
note
why the
that
fuck are we
there
here,
are
man?
over
What happened? What do we
5,000
do?
for
What
each
is this?
cockroach. It turned out that over 5,000
This
of
looks
its
like a
inhabitants
scene out of
tried to
Aliens. You know, when the
protect the
Marines are
anthill
getting
from
swarmed
uninvited
by the
guests.
fucking
Some
Xenos.
cockroaches did not
Starship
have
Troopers.
You know, there you go.
all fell under the onslaught
Look,
of
look,
ants.
and you can tell the
However,
difference
some
how in
part
the
of
other video we were
cockroaches still
watching
managed
with
to
a
get
mouse,
out.
you can tell how
Finding
instantly these
loopholes
guys go into a
under the
little C
transparent
shape
cube.
and
Yeah.
just start
Most of
instantly
them were
Started
not
going for these
injecting
fucking
their
things.
fucking acid,
The
man.
ants got them and attacked.
Formic
In just a
acid.
couple of minutes,
If you
some of
really
the
want a cool
cockroaches
chemical
were
lesson,
already
look up
completely
formic acid. It is
immobilized.
really
The
interesting
ants immediately tried to drag
because
them
it's
inside the
ridiculously
anthill.
complex, but
Pay
what it takes to
attention
make it
how
is
harmonious
not a
like the
lot.
ants work, which
Well, I mean,
allows
ants
them
make
to
it
cope with
naturally, so
even
they-
huge
Yeah.
prey. For example, 7 ants attacked this cockroach at once.
He's fucked.
The total
He's
number of
definitely
an
a Spaniard.
ant colony can vary quite
I think he
a lot
is, I think
depending
he is.
of the size of the ant
Come here, fucker.
itself.
Because
Usually
he
it is
sounds like
about
Antonio
5
Banderas.
or 10,000
Seven
Ah,
ants
ah,
attacked
ah,
this
ah,
cockroach
That's
at
the
once.
anthill that you see
Oh,
on the
dear God.
screen. It
Oh,
will
no, they got
range
me.
from 7
Run,
to
Jimmy,
10,000
run.
individuals. It is noteworthy that during the shooting, despite the proximity to their habitat, ants never tried to attack us.
And that's the
However,
thing,
this
too.
is not
Antonio Banderas
surprising,
talked like
because
this
the colony faced
in the
a
Desperado
serious challenge
trilogy,
with
and
1,000
nobody
cockroaches.
questioned it.
Just imagine
I was like,
how
he's
much
supposed to be
food they will
Mexican.
prepare during
There
a
is a
We
very
hope
big
that
difference
even
in
with this
dialect,
in
yeah.
mind,
Like-
ants will not give
Oh,
up
God,
their
help,
moral
Jesus, no,
vocation.
fuck.
The
Oh.
fight begins for respect.
All right, they won't find us.
For
They won't
some
find us.
time,
We're
we
safe,
will
man.
definitely not
We're
be
safe.
short of
Right, for real,
It is
though.
noticeable that the
We'll just
number
wait here
of
till they go back
cockroaches
inside.
the cube has
Why the fuck do we have
significantly
wings?
increased.
Why
Thus
can't we
have
fly
already
away?
Successfully dragged some of the cockroach into the anthill. Notice
Oh, yeah,
how
no, those
strong
fuckers are
the ants
fucking
are. For
food,
example,
bro.
At one point, an ant dragged a cockroach
Look
onto
at
the
that.
wall
Ow,
of the transport
ow,
tube without much difficulty.
Oh shit, there
Some
was
of
a
the
bystander.
cockroaches tried to escape of the leaves of some plant. but this could only postpone their death. Most of
The fuck is
cockroaches
this?
are already
This
inalized.
accent.
This is proof that ants can easily deal with thousands of cockroaches. Along the way, we also
Cockroaches.
found a beetle on the anthill, which the ants has
No.
practically eaten
No,
by
I don't wanna
that
go.
time. By
Stop.
the way, this is not our largest scale experiment. In the foreseeable future, we plan
All right,
to
get him. Come on,
increase
guys. Bring
the
him
number
down.
of
Bring him down.
cockroaches
No,
that
bring him
will
down.
take
Come
part
on.
in it up to 10,000. If you want to see it, write the word "want" in the comments and be sure to like this Issa.
And then they just leave the fucking anthill. Like some kind of horror movie.
Right.
That was cool. Jesus. But yes, goddamn, yeah. Spiders are not spiders. Ants are fascinating. Ants are fascinating. Please don't fuck with ants. If you see an anthill, call a professional. Do not attempt to take them on. I don't give a fuck if you're from Florida, Texas, Michigan.
Well,
New
I mean, it
York.
depends on like how big the anthill really is. If it's a small anthill, get you those Amdro granules and just sprinkle it on there. That's all you really need.
I wouldn't fuck with it.
I mean,
wouldn't
just
fuck with it.
pour the ant killer right on it. Whatever you do, do not fucking hit it with your lawnmower. Because you'll be like, yeah, I got you, little motherfuckers. And then you come out the next morning and your entire yard is one gigantic ant colony. Because
the
all you
ants are
did-
airborne.
Yeah, all you did was fucking help them relocate. You saved them so much fucking walking.
Fucking just imagine being that ant, like being like shoved out of a helicopter. Oh fuck! I'm all right. I'm good.
Yep. No fall damage.
No fall damage. All right, so but like I love it because for a very, very long time, ants were mistakenly put into the arachnid category because of the way they look. But they do have a head, thorax, and abdomen, and most spiders have a variation of that. Speaking of spiders, though, we're going to take a look at a six-eyed Sen Spider.
One of
Getting
the
his
most
lunch.
venomous spiders in the world. However, it's shy as shit. It's a giant fucking pussy.
And they're cool. They don't really
They are
like us.
awesome.
They don't like us at all. Like
No.
they're afraid. They're scared to death of us. But they're really cool. So let's take a look at this guy feeding.
And it's public broadcasting, so it's not like 1080.
Mhm. Can't
Wait,
say shit.
wait,
Fuck you. Hey, can you see? No. Yeah.
And they'll actually like if they're left undisturbed, they will actually stay buried up to a year
look at that.
waiting for something to walk by. They can wait
Damn, that was
that
quick.
long.
Wait, is there food? Is there food? Yeah. Ow. Wait. Fuck. Where'd he go? Hey. Damn it. Oh, man. I'm getting something. Yeah, gotcha.
They're fast little fuckers, though, dude.
These guys operate not on a muscle basis like us human beings. Don't look at me. Don't look at me. I'm embarrassed.
It's like when you're a parent, you have to take the fucking candy bars to the bathroom so your kids don't see them.
Yeah, thanks for the food. Thank you. Oh no, we got one more. No, he's just digging. I just think that's fucking neat, dude. How they dig and just hide like they're idiots.
It is pretty awesome. Like they're really efficient at hiding.
And they're idiots. They're idiots. They're scared to death of everything, and they're funny. They are cool as shit though. And and you're right though. They are highly, highly, highly venomous, but they avoid us at all costs. And they do spend up to a year buried waiting for food. They can actually hibernate. They can sleep through rain. And in some tests, most have survived a near freezing temperature. So
Yeah.
that's just fascinating how like these spiders can literally just shut down and then just wait for something to come along that piques their interest. When did you get to the Andes there, Engel?
You know, you always made fun of me for buying those scratch off tickets, but
Yeah.
what can I say?
Now the problem with this is that in the wild, yes, they can stay buried up until a year, but when they're in captivity, it is kind of the problem because sometimes you do need to give them exercise, and this is exactly what's going on here. So let's take a look at this. This is six-eyed spider versus a paintbrush,
Mm-hmm. Got to keep them skills sharp.
and where is it? Where are you? Boogity boogity boogity, and he's like, ha ha! Wait,
Tag.
no. Wait, hey, what? Fuck, come here. Wait. And I do love these fucking spiders. I could talk all day about them because they're neat. They're really cool. They're dumb as shit, and I love them. But
John McClane versus John Wick versus
Yeah.
John Rambo. Begin.
so let's I guess let's
So, two guys walk into a bar.
Oh,
The
God.
third guy ducks.
oh god, you had the laugh factory. I don't know who this guy is, but he's
Not the
gonna
most
show
popular
us
animals out there. Arachnophobia is
some
considered by many wandering
spider
spiders.
bites.
In 2010,
So this is a Brazilian wandering spider. These things are extraordinarily would what? I wish people would John Adams win.
What? Mike Smith, do we need to send help?
Do you smell toast?
Are you smelling almonds? No, wait, that's
Yeah, that's if the wound is gone over the hill.
gangrene. Yeah.
Let's take a look at what
Guinness
happens
Book of
with a
World Records
Brazilian
listed
wandering
these South
spider.
American beauties as the most venomous spiders on the planet. Their venom
South
contains a potent
American
neurotoxin
beauties.
that causes loss of muscle control and breathing
I was
problems.
thinking of
In
something
high
else.
doses, this results in paralysis and eventual asphyxiation. Sounds scary, right? Well, what if I told you that
That's like
Brazilian wandering
Wish.com,
spiders
Chris
only
Pratt.
inject venom in about 1/3 of their bites? They do this to conserve venom for its main purpose, subduing and digesting prey. Still a bit worried? What if I told you that only 2.3% of bites were considered serious enough to require antivenom? And even in those cases, antivenom is so readily available that deaths are becoming less and less frequent. One more thing I forgot to mention. When men are envenomated, one of the side effects includes uncomfortable erections that can last for hours and sometimes lead to impotence. The component of the venom that is responsible for this phenomenon, TX2-6, is being studied for use in erectile dysfunction. Who would have guessed that venom
Boner spider. It's a boner spider. And yes, that
The
is real.
Evil boner spider. Painful, long-lasting erections that lead to impotence.
Here's what's gonna fucking kill you. They actually had to outlaw this practice in Brazil. They had to literally make a law that said stop fucking with the spiders. It doesn't work on everybody. Please stop being bitten on purpose by these spiders. You're fucking with the ecosystem. Like, it was so bad at one point. And this happened a while ago. This happened, like, I think it was like 12, 15 years ago, where this whole information came out. And then, like, the Brazilian government had to literally come out and just be like, please just get Viagra.
Right.
Stop fucking with the spiders.
I swear to God, we will write you the prescription.
Just stop fucking with the spiders, man. But yeah, that's actually really real. That's real. And that is
six-eyed sand
interesting.
spider, another species whose venom is said to be the most toxic of any spider. They're found in the deserts of South Africa and on a shelf that's about 5 feet away from me.
So this is my little six-eyed sand spider family. Got my big adult here, baby here, and a brand new little tiny baby right here. Your six-eyed sand spider necrosis stops blood from coagulating. So when you bleed, you just continue to bleed.
Oh, he was
until
talking
you
about
die.
the venom.
hemorrhaging, which that their bite could potentially cause necrosis, which is like the breaking down of tissue and rotting of flesh.
Yeah.
And also hemorrhaging, which is when you bleed internally and it
That's
stops
the thing,
blood
though.
from coagulating.
What?
So when you
Like
bleed, you just
internal
continue to bleed
bleeding, like
until you
isn't
die.
the blood supposed to be
But
inside? So like
These
isn't
guys are
that
very
fine?
shy. There have been no
No, not
confirmed
really.
cases
It's like
of
it's like
six-sided
breaking a
Sen
mayo
Spider biting
jar
human.
inside of
There
your
are 2
grocery
suspected
bag.
cases. In one case, a patient had to have
Well, yeah, but see, then the
their
mayo
lungs
is
removed
outside of the
because
mayo
of-
jar. That's not where it's
But-
supposed to be.
But
very
it's
shy.
still inside the grocery bag.
And
Isn't that where groceries are supposed
They're
to go?
very, very shy.
Well, no,
and
but
don't worry,
mayo
they can't
belongs in the
climb
mayo
glass or
jar.
acrylic.
Exactly.
And even if they could, this lid's too
Right.
heavy for them to lift.
But like
But
internal
this guy's out. I kind
bleeding,
of shook him out of the sand.
the blood is
I'll give
supposed
him
to
a
be
little pokes.
inside. Like
He just kind of sits there like he's, relying entirely
On you to become
on his
disinterested.
camouflage.
yeah,
Yeah.
pretty much. Hoping you
He's
get
not
bored
even
and leave him the fuck
trying
alone.
to make an advance towards my little wooden stick here. And even when they're out of the sand like this, they still are relying on their camouflage because they have little cuticles
They're dumb.
and hairs on their body.
They're dumb. It's that's
Yes,
all it
and
is. It's a dumb
what
spider.
guys do is they dig a little divot for themselves,
They're like the
push their
Orion of
bodies into an
spiders.
insect or
Like
something.
Sen Spider, they're
Like,
on
they
a
could
chance
kill
to be
you,
afraid of
but
being
they
relatively
won't.
shy
They
against
won't.
the neighborhood. But these guys do enjoy hanging out in and around human habitation.
I actually know somebody who
making
was
encounters
bit
in
by
their
one of
range
these,
fairly
and
frequent.
it
That
did
being
turn
said,
out
a lot of
pretty
spiders
badly for
are
them. They had to
misidentified
have
as brown
a piece of their
recluses.
foot
Best way to
removed.
ID one
Yeah.
is by looking for the violin-shaped marking behind its head. This pattern has also
I'm not
earned
gonna
it the
take
name
the
violin spider.
time, bro.
Despite its fierce
Like, I'm not gonna
reputation,
take the
the spider
time to
only
look.
bites
Is
when
that a
it's surprised,
violin,
and
or does it look more like a
initially happens
guitar?
when the spider makes
No.
direct contact with the skin because its fangs are too small to penetrate most fabrics. When
Now-
a rare bite does occur, there isn't always an immediate reaction other than a small sting. But up to 8
Correct.
hours later, severe pain is followed by a red blister, which can eventually rot off to form a deep, gross ulcer and occasionally become gangrenous. In a
That's what happened
study
to
of
my friend.
clinically diagnosed brown recluse bites, necrosis occurs roughly 37% of the time, and systemic illness
Like a
only
lot
occurs
of
about
Ah.
10% of the time.
High
All of this
bacteria
being said,
spider
brown recluse
bites,
bites
you know?
resulting
Yeah.
in death are very, very rare. Number 4.
No, but
the black widow
amputation.
spider.
Now that's a thing.
Yeah.
Death
Oh,
is
that's
rare,
okay. Hi,
but
Meg.
amputation happens.
I mean, like a brown recluse is one of the only spiders I recommend smashing. Any other spider, they're especially the highly venomous ones. They're rare. You're not really going to encounter them. Black widow is one of these spiders that has a very bad reputation. But I'll get to that in a second.
Well, it
Brown-
depends too on like what your body can handle immune system wise as far as venom goes. But the thing you got to worry about with black widows is they don't clean themselves. So they'll have another high bacteria venom bite.
Yeah.
But
Well,
that's why, like with black widows, yeah, you can put poison down, but then the black widow would have to eat the food that already ate the poison. So brown recluse, black widow, crush it or kill it with fire. Like,
I would say a brown recluse, yes, because that is one of the only spiders that actually has constant contact with human beings that does result in serious damage.
and the
Black-
brown recluse will hide for months just
Yeah.
waiting.
They like to hide behind headboards in Texas. That's a thing. But black widows, however, most of the time, if you're a healthy grown adult, their venom is not going to cause any damage. The bacterial bite, even though it's going to be itchy, is not really going to cause any damage. These are really, really dangerous to, however, children and elderly people. That's
Right.
where the dangers come in with black widows.
Because although their venom, like by volume, is way more powerful than a rattlesnake, they don't produce that much. So really a black widow bite is more like however you react to getting stung by a wasp is how you react to getting bit by a black widow.
Yeah. So if you
Probably
have
the
a
most
really bad
notoriously dangerous
reaction,
species of
that's
spider
gonna
found in
suck,
North America.
but, I mean,
And
like-
whoops, I have one of those too.
All right, guys.
and that's a
This
black
is
widow.
my black widow.
I think they're
spider.
beautiful
More
though.
specifically,
I think they're
Western black widow,
wonderful.
Black widow
They're
Like,
Texas.
really
I try to-
She is.
I would always try to
full size. She's
relocate
an
them whenever I
adult
found them
female.
in a construction house.
And the way you can tell
Yeah.
that is that the females are black and widowy. Sorry, they're black in color, and the males are
Brown.
brownish and a lot
Yeah.
smaller. Males of the species.
I'll be right back. This whole
Their venom
Hold on.
doesn't really affect humans. They're completely harmless. Females do have venom that's potent enough to have a pretty serious effect.
They're
Nobody's
pretty.
died from a Western black widow spider bite since the 1950s, I believe.
Yeah, because they're
But from what I've
pretty
heard from
cool.
people who've been bitten by them before, it's like the worst stomach cramping and the most horrible stomach pain you can imagine. And it just lasts for 48 hours straight.
Yeah.
Doesn't sound like fun.
And that's
but,
of course
it's not necessarily deadly.
No,
so
not
here's
really.
the deal. Why am I not worried about being bitten right now? So you
Well,
can
because
see
it's
she's
not
just kind
going
of
to
hanging
jump
out
out
there.
and attack you.
She's not moving towards my fingers. She is just enjoying her web. If she does get too close, obviously I'm going to pull my finger away. But she's not really too worried about me right now. The reason behind that
Well, she doesn't have any eggs there,
is
so
she's
she
not
has
defending a
nothing to
nest.
fucking
That's when
freak
they're
out
at their
about.
most defensive.
Yeah, that's
When
what
she
he
has
just
an egg
said.
sac on her web, she will come at anything that touches it,
Yo.
which is understandable. She wants to, make sure her babies don't die.
And they
The
reproduce
only other time
in
that bites happen
thousands.
is when they feel trapped or pinned. So if she was on this table right now and I put my hand down and she was underneath my hand, she would bite me because she felt trapped, like her life was in danger. And you can't really blame any animal. It's never a spider's fault.
Like, it's pretty
when a
fucking
human is bitten
understandable.
by a spider. When I'm
All right, come on.
Most human 5. The Sydney funnel web spider.
Oh, funnel
Located
webs!
Within a 65-mile radius of Sydney, New South Wales.
Kind of
Sydney
looks like a
funnel webs
mouse
are
spider,
arguably the
you know,
most
with the
deadly
big
ass
spiders in
fangs.
Australia. Most human encounters with this spider occur with males of the species, who will leave their burrows at night in order to search for females. As soon as the sun rises, these humidity-loving arachnids search for a
Fucking
wet
male
area
spiders
to lay
out
low.
trying to get laid.
Unfortunately, this often results in the spider ending up in or around swimming pools. And unlike other spiders on this list, Sydney funnel web spiders don't shy away from a threat.
No, these
often
guys
raising up their
fight.
front legs and showing off their fangs in a threat
What
display.
ugly
If this warning is
motherfucker.
ignored or simply
If
not
you try to
seen,
mush
the
me, I'm
spider
gonna
will
bite
sink
you
its
too.
long fangs
I mean, that's a
into
natural
the abdomen and
reaction.
often
For real,
penetrate the
though.
rib
I'm
cage.
going to
I
try
mean-
something.
Venom of a male Sydney funnel web spider is roughly 6 times more potent than that
Look
of
at
a
that.
female. The venom contains a compound called atrachotoxin, which is highly toxic to the nervous system of humans and other primates, but has no effect on other mammals. Doesn't that make you feel special? The bite
No.
is very painful. Life-threatening symptoms often set in about 20 minutes to an hour after envenomation. Fortunately, Sydney is a very urbanized area, and there's always easy access to medical treatment. In fact, there hasn't been a single death from a Sydney funnel web spider since anti-venom became available in 1981. We'll just check the gut out a list of things in Australia that can kill you. Let me know in the comments down below the animals and topics you want to see in future episodes.
The
Like,
spider's
share
just
this
in there.
video, and subscribe.
Bing bong, fuck your life.
So that's I do think it's hilarious, right? Because when we do talk about venom and envenomation and being bitten, that's all just bad. It's all bad. But however, what you can handle and what your body can handle and what we're built to withstand are two very, very different things. And I really think it's cool that bigger spiders, giant Goliath bird eaters, or rose-toed tarantulas and stuff like that,
Oh, man,
they all get a bad rep because they're like, oh, big, hairy, fucking scary spider. I'm like, yeah, they also have the mildest venom because those goddamn fangs
Yeah.
are what is their real weapon. They're not trying to bite and envenomate you. No, they're trying to just skewer the shit out of you. So they don't really rely on venom.
Like camel spiders.
Yes.
They
Well,
literally just saw the flesh open. Just
yeah, and it's fucking frightening. Yes, it's frightening, but they're not trying to envenomate you. Their main weapon are those big ass fangs, and because they are so big and so aware of their presence, they're also the most interesting to own as pets because they don't care. They're like, I'm a big fucking spider. You're a big fucking whatever you are.
ugly bag of mostly water.
As long as we don't engage in fisticuffs, we're
I've
gravy.
always wanted a rose-haired tarantula as a pet, though.
I can't do it. I can't do it because I'm hyper aware of what I touch. You know what I mean? Because of my ADHD and the way they move is they got these tiny. Hold on, let me bring it up. Let me bring
With
it
the
up.
little claws. that are on the feet, the little claws.
Goddamn.
Tarantula toes.
I literally tied tarantula toes. So because I am so stupid hyper aware, especially when it comes to like like needles or anything pricking my skin, I can't do it because fucking I can't do it. I can't do it. So hold on, let me see.
Do you guys hear my dishwasher also?
A little bit. So that's what they look like. They got little hooks in them.
Yeah.
And that's how they. Oh, hey, well, hey, you're gonna get fucked. That's pretty cool. Way to go, Mike.
Why is my dishwasher so loud?
You only got one thing in it.
Welcome home, Carmen. Sorry,
Carmen.
I forgot to say it as soon as you get home, but I don't feel good.
Welcome,
okay?
welcome.
I have the COVID.
We're here talking. Yeah, hey, Grave Robber is infected with COVID, so if you want to make him feel better, go to our Patreon.
Yeah. And I'm gonna still try to record the new thing for Patreon.
Can I do this better? No, it's not.
But I think I'm gonna try to use this voice while I have it and record it.
So look at that.
Because this is really good for mental health. I don't know. I might wait.
There we go. That's what I wanted. So look at this. Look at that. That's the tiny little hooks I'm talking about.
Yeah.
And of course they're not that big. You know what I mean? Whatever. It's little tarantula toe beans with the deadly daggers in it. But I'm hyper aware of them. I'm hyper aware of it. And so when I've had tarantulas like crawl on me, like oh, come here, hold the cool tarantula, and I'm just like, yes, cool.
There's spikes.
I know he's not biting me.
Like when I see the tarantula toes, my first thought is clever girl.
But like, yeah, like I don't try to freak out because I'm like my brain is like, he's biting you, and I'm like, he's not biting me. He's not.
Right.
The 1/2-inch fangs are right there.
Shut up, brain.
My brain is like, bro,
but it's biting you.
With its biting you. with its feet teeth. So like I can't do it. Like I think they're incredible. I love them. I want more people to be less afraid of spiders. I think they're really fucking cool. But the only one I would ever recommend you smash on sight is a brown recluse. That's the only one. Anything else you're not really gonna encounter. Little house spiders, little wolf spiders, they're okay. Fuck, some wolf spiders kill mice.
Yeah, actually, oh shit, there's a video of that. I don't know if I sent it to you.
Ganking a mouse.
Yeah, there's a wolf spider carrying a mouse across a refrigerator.
You did not send that to me, but I'm gonna
type that in, it'll show up. But wolf spiders, if you find a wolf spider in your house, just move it to your attic, because they eat things like ants and flies and bees and shit like that, and they don't bother humans. Or just put it outside. It's not going to hurt you. Or huntsman spiders. Huntsman spiders are good at like eating earwigs, and
huntsman spiders are amazing.
And they are not harmful to humans.
They don't care.
The thing
about
is,
humans.
After a while, when they're like, this fucking big chilling on my ceiling above the couch, I'm kind of
health
like,
bar.
Yeah, it's like, bro, I think you need to go outside. You fucking walk out of the bathroom and then you hear the fucking boss music start playing.
What the? Oh! Like the bar appears. And then it's always the name of the boss, right? So it's the
Carl.
Wolf spiders though are really cool, and they're highly aggressive. They are. Don't ever get it twisted.
They're
They're highly
fast as shit, and we are too big to be food for them, so they try not to fuck with us.
Yeah, but they're cool as shit. So let's take a look at this wolf spider, just carrying a dead mouse across a fucking fridge.
Dead mouse.
Hang on here. Gotta redo that and that.
And ka-chow. I love
Just
that
mute
music.
that.
Well, it's National Geographic, you know.
Yeah, I'm just muting it just in case.
YouTube will shut us down real quick,
Again.
like they did with Smithsonian.
That's what I was trying to think of. So this spider's just like, oh, don't mind me.
Considering that mouse probably weighs about twice as much as the spider, he's
About
moving
2
really
ounces,
fast.
2 or 3 ounces. Yeah. It's okay, guys. I got it. I'm just gonna get it on top of it.
Computer, stop.
Hey guys. No, I got the mouse. No, it's fine. Oh wait, they're Aussie, right?
Yeah.
It's fine. It's fine. I got the mouse. I'm just gonna take it back there. Have a bit of a din. Fucking hell, shit.
Well, I'll tell you what, Carl, I really do appreciate you, like keeping the apartment clean and
That's right.
pulling your weight.
That's cool.
Yeah. If you need anything, there's water or something, a bottle of water.
No, mate. No, I'm just gonna take the mouse back to the. There we go.
Right. Right.
I love Huntsman Spiders, and then there's the Huntsman Spiders big as a pug. Have you seen that fucking monster?
No.
Uh,
But when I was a child, I was first exposed to a Huntsman Spider. I think I was about 6 years old, and it was in our house. And no shit, that guy must have been like 6 inches from toe tip to toe tip, just chilling above the laundry room in our house. We don't know where the fuck he came from because he was huge. So my mom was freaking out. She goes, "Oh my God, kill it." And my dad was like, "What do you want me to do?" She goes, "Spray it." He's like, "It's right above the kitchen table. I'm not going to spray it." She goes, "Kill it." So he takes like a dish towel and just knocks it down.
I like the noise.
Oh,
So here we go.
Jesus, is that real?
That is real. That is on a broom in Australia. When I was a child, I was exposed to
Oh, it's on a
Huntsman
broom.
different.
I thought it
endings.
was like in a trailer full of straw. I was like, Jesus fucking Christ.
I love Huntsman Spiders, and then
That is
just that they're Aussie. They're just as nice as Aussies. So I think this one had a name, and I forgot what it was. I forgot what her name was.
Carl.
But no, it's a female. That broom
Carla.
has her eggs in it, and they named her. They brought her in. She is literally the size of a small pug. She is fucking gigantic. So just it's so cool. It's so cool.
If it's a female, maybe it's Carla. When I was a child, I was exposed to a Huntsman too. Different endings. Life. I am confusion.
Yeah. And then of course there's giant orb weavers and stuff like that. And the Goliath spiders are my favorites because they are literally can get up to 12 inches in diameter. But so we can find that one.
I need more lighting in this fucking place.
Okay.
So
this is a Goliath spider. And that is honestly I think that is more or less not even fully grown. They're not.
That's
They're not.
cool.
That is not a fully grown. That is an adolescent. That is in its upper teens. Let's see what this guy has
It's
to say.
deja vu. We did a vlog just a couple days ago where I was standing here with my girl.
The significance of his event.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Whoa!
There
Here's
he
the
is.
leg thing I was talking about, dude.
Oh my god! Holy crap!
This thing
That is
so
a
aggressive.
fast strike, and they are aggressive when they are held in captivity.
Oh my God. I don't trust this thing.
Are you sure it's gonna work?
Leave him alone.
Not gonna stick.
Big, Bruce, this thing
It's
is
huge!
bigger than the 2-liter.
Oh
Oh my
see?
god, oh my god, oh my god.
Oh my god.
It's
Oh my
huge.
god.
It's so next level. All right, I'm gonna grab your straw.
I pushed that thing in there.
Very gently, very gently.
Whoa!
See how
I
fast
can't-
that was?
I can't even see the.
And these are its spinners right here. They are capable of spinning webs, not very well, but they are. And those are how they manage the web on their ass. So that's really cool. And yes, they have gigantic fucking fangs, and that is mostly what they use to kill. And these things are just amazing. They're cool. Yes, you can get one as a pet in the United States, but they're very difficult to maintain. Grave robber, you need more lighting and just less clothing.
The spider.
I agree.
Oh, it's a
I'm already going
I
sleeveless.
felt it grab it. That was Oh, sorry.
Sorry.
Oh my god.
Oh my god, bro!
I don't understand why they're freaking out. Like, yes, they're
Oh my
giant
God.
spiders.
Just look at how
They're
beautiful
harmless.
that animal is. I mean, a perp, it'll still want to get out and kind of explore a little.
Most.
Gonna go.
You guys have nothing.
All right,
Wow.
There
That
is
is a
another
lot
one.
bigger than the purple monster eater. Purple people. Purple monster eater.
You hear that scraping, dude? That's what I'm talking about. The toe claws.
What is he doing?
No.
What are you doing?
No.
Bruce, don't do that.
Now,
not
see,
doing what I
my
think
thing
he is,
is
is he?
too, right?
Oh
Like, they're
my
all like, "Oh my god,
What
it's
I
so
think he is.
fast!" I'm like,
I was
Wow.
streaming.
It fit.
why not just put it in the AC for
Wow.
like 10 minutes and it'll
Look at
move a
how
little bit slower?
Delicate and
Yeah, but you also risk damaging it. You also risk hurting it.
Well, I said AC, not refrigerator.
I mean, yeah. I mean, if you drop it to like less than 75 to like 70,
Oh my god.
like yeah, it'll be fine.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going home. Do you hear him?
Reasonable
Kids don't do this
response.
at home ever.
Dude letting the
Ever.
spider out. Like,
Bruce is an expert, or we don't think he is. I'm not sure yet.
oh no.
There he is.
Oh my God.
So that
that
is
is a
a
beautiful
giant
creature.
Goliath spider.
Eric, what are you doing over there?
It is amazing. And you hear those like I said, those scratchies. That's those giant
This is crazy.
toe claws. How about
my
the
gosh.
integrity
Bruce is
tattoo?
freaking wild,
Oh,
Yeah,
I don't know.
right.
Are you kidding me right now?
So no rapid movements. Don't breathe on them.
No, CO2 gets them excited.
That thing is big.
I think it's so.
Look at that. Look at that. Look at the size of this fucking thing. These spiders are amazing, and they are harmless to human beings. They're just scary as shit because we're not used to seeing this in our everyday life.
Because they're big and fast. Like,
And they can be aggressive, like you saw them fucking with it. They got aggressive.
Here, it's your
Here,
I
he's
mean,
just
I
letting
would
it
too,
walk.
though. Honestly, like I'm just chilling and some dude puts a fucking stick in my shit.
We're gonna fight.
You know?
So from this point, I think I can pretty much put her back.
Yeah. You know, this is actually.
And that is just
This is
amazing. That is wonderful. I love this. And even if he got bit right now, nothing would happen to
I'm
him.
literally
The
touching
venom,
her fangs right now.
yeah,
That's why my
the
hands are
venom is
shaking.
mild enough so it's not gonna hurt. What's really gonna suck is you're gonna have two giant fucking puncture wounds in your hand, but that's about it.
Yeah.
So there you go. That's just cool as fuck. I love spiders. Spiders are so cool. So treat your spiders with respect, folks, because without them, bugs would take over the fucking world.
That is fucking gospel.
Yeah, and I've seen spiders murk like giant carpenter ants before. Have you seen that video when they're in Afghanistan and they got the
Bro.
ant versus the spiders?
I am from Florida. I have witnessed spiders kill snakes.
So without spiders, folks, and without ants, these two very, very essential things, our world would be taken over by bugs. Not
And
even
filth.
and filth. And like and it doesn't even fucking matter what predatory mammal you're trying to bring into it. Oh well, bats also eat a large amount of bugs and not as many as spiders.
Not enough. Yeah.
So love your spiders, please. They're really cool. They're really cool animals. If you have a spider exhibit or you have an atrium type exhibit at any local zoos, I highly suggest going to go check it out because they are just fascinating.
They really are. Go to your local Petco and look at the tarantulas, man. Like,
pet one for a grave robber.
Yes. If any of our viewers go and get a rose-haired tarantula as a pet, send a picture of you with your rose-haired tarantula to vtnetwork84@gmail.com, and I will send you a $5 bill. Like, legit. I will mail you a $5 bill if you go
Just
and
to
buy
get
a
him some
rose-haired
snackies.
tarantula as a pet.
To get him some snackies.
Yeah.
And
so you get him some freeze-dried crickets and shit. Like,
but I wanted to talk about this real quick. We did revamp our Patreon. And I wanted to just really quick before we went, because this has been a longer show than usual, but it's New Year's Eve. We're here to party.
I mean, I
learn.
said it would take about an hour and 20 minutes on the Instagram. We're doing all right.
Yeah. What about a rose-haired wife? Just as exotic, just as beautiful, will also bite you.
Send a picture to my personal email, and I'll send you a crispy, fresh $2 bill.
So, starting January 1st,
which is fucking tomorrow.
Is it?
Yeah. Starting January 1st, dude, that's like fucking 5 hours from now.
I don't fucking I work nights, bro. Leave me the fuck alone, all right? I don't take care of time like people do, all right? So this is our revamp of our Patreon. You guys are going to get a lot more out of us for a lot less tiers. I did also
no more tears.
I also forgot to add did I? No, I did not. So this is all that's going to start happening at a $1 tier. You're going to be now known as producers of our podcast, and you will be credited as a producer on every show. And it will say producers of ET Network, and it will have whatever name of choosing you want in there. A marine mental minute, which is going to be with Hangle or a grave robber, going to be telling you just about good ways to take care of yourself, feel good about yourself, whatever else he wants to discuss as far as it goes with mental health.
Which is also actually not representative of the United States Marine Corps in any way.
No, you're just a Marine. You're not the Marines.
Yeah, no, the Marine was John Cena.
All right. And, of course, A Minute with DJ once he starts that back up, which is going to be very soon. At the $3 tier, you are going to get your producer's credit. You're going to get your access to the post show that releases every Wednesday. That's a lot more, a lot less educational and a lot stupider. We do go into a lot of music. So if you know somebody who loves music or you love music yourself, our post show is for you. We discover new artists all the time. We look at new music videos. I just showed them a really cool song called Free Fall.
That was a great song.
That was a really, really good song.
Like, I watched the post show again today just so I could figure out what that song was called so I could hear it again.
Yeah.
It's a very interesting song.
It is, and it's such an interesting beat. And for anybody who wants to look it up, the song is titled, it's called Free Fall by Rainbow Kitten Surprise. So that is one that is just that, like, we are discovering new artists all the time, and that's just something to be really wanting of on our $3 level. And you are going to get the Minute with DJ. You are going to get the Marine Mental Minute. And then that's for $3 a month. For $5 a month, you get access to the monthly movie roast. You get access to the post show. You get your name read aloud at the end of every episode. Your producer credit. You're going to get stickers, which are right here, and they're going out today. Pretty cool.
Little blank VHS cases.
Yeah, with the
I like
VTN on it. with your stickers, you're gonna get sticker bombs. I'll draw it down there. So you're gonna get more than just one sticker in the mail. You're gonna get several stickers. You're also gonna give a giveaway every 3 months. Our next one is in February, I think.
I'll have to check the Patreon record.
Yeah. So every 3 months you are entered into a giveaway, and one of the hosts of VT Network spoils you a little bit with all sorts of cool shit that you're going to get in the mail. And also you get your Minute with DJ and your Marine Mental Minute as well. I'm trying to think of one more thing to add on to the $5 Patreon tier. But you know, that is a lot.
I mean, if you really want, I could include the link to my OnlyFans.
No, we're not doing that. I'm thinking Trumbo level. Awesome. So we did revamp it. It's a little bit more, and it's a little bit more official. We do have goals now set on this. We do have our first goal is at 25 Patreons. 25 patrons to host Dead Man Will cosplay as Doomslayer for Halloween 2022. And our second goal is 50 patrons. A friend of the show will get the show name VT Network tattooed on them. So
and
that's
69 patrons.
That's
when it gets interesting.
that's when we do the OnlyFans.
Yes.
So
we're gonna call it 3 Nerds 1 Mic.
Oh dear God.
And we're gonna be in a kiddie pool filled with curds and whey.
Had to reach for that one, huh?
I was just trying to think what does not belong in a kiddie pool, and that was the first thing that popped into my mind.
In the first place,
and then curds and whey, and then
curds and whey.
One microphone just sticking straight up out of the middle.
I forgot what the fuck I was gonna say.
It's fucking viral brain fog, guys. Like, whew. Yes. All right, Mike Smith.
Oh,
with your cottage cheese, do you put pineapple on it, or do you put black pepper on it?
I don't eat it. Anyways, so,
well, it looks weird because I moved my camera, so now like the actual live broadcast is playing behind my camera, so I'm like staring into the ether. Yes, black pepper on cottage cheese. Okay. He's from north of the Mason-Dixon line.
Chipped it. See that I know Doritos and cottage cheese. I know that one.
Man, straight up like a bowl of large curd cottage cheese, some fucking ground black pepper, and a spoon. Just
oh my God!
I don't give a damn that I'm lactose intolerant.
Trying to get to this, Grave Robber. I'll fucking mute you. I swear to fuck. If you send somebody to our Patreon and they sign up and they say that you sent them, that'll give us an incentive to send you something a little bit extra or do something for you guys a little bit more on the show as a thank you for spreading our word. It's just a little incentive. I'm not sure what it is yet. I'm not sure if it's going to be if we get enough people, we'll actually shorten the time between giveaways. We'll do stuff like that. We'll do exclusive Patreon streams. I don't mind doing that either. So if more people join up and say, "Oh, Mike Smith sent me," "Oh, Serial Killers and Meg sent me," "Oh, so and so sent me," as long as they say so and so sent me, we're going to start bringing more and more of those incentives out. So help us grow, folks, and help us get rid of these stickers. But I think that's going to do it. I think we shilled enough, right?
I think so. I mean, let's ask the audience. Are you guys happy with it, or should we continue on with some more things for your New Year's Eve?
Whey.
No more curds and whey. That was just a brain fog moment.
Oh God, cottage cheese. I never understood the allure of cottage cheese.
Cottage cheese is just fucking good.
What is the best way to help, bro? Just help. Just spread the word, man.
Yeah.
Our website is really easy to remember. It's anchor.fm/VT network. For the Patreon, it's patreon.com/VT network. Those are the two main links to remember. But Patreon, we want more Patreon folks because we love doing our Patreon stuff and we love doing giveaways. And I love designing stickers and getting them out to you guys. So yeah, I mean, we want to grow, and the more we do on the Patreon, the more we make on the Patreon, the better equipment we can do, the better streaming services or streaming sites we can afford, and all of that just goes hand in hand. So, Alex, let me go ahead.
And the more Patreons and people that we get now starting off, when we make it big, like, what's his name? They're making the frogs gay. When we're big like him, then we'll at least have all of you guys that were here with us from the early years that would be invited to every single one of our studio parties every time. We will have cottage cheese and pizza.
those are the two main links. So those are the two main links just to remember. And
goodbye, Carmen.
Goodbye, Carmen. About to start celebrating. I think it is time for us to head off so people can get to the day.
Yeah, it is time to start pre-gaming for New Year's.
Hell yeah. And I hope you all have a very safe New Year's. Please don't do anything stupid. We want you here on Sunday, hungover as fuck, while we talk about nerd shit over on Sunday.
And remember, if you're gonna drink, don't drive. Buzzed driving is drunk driving. Guys,
we'll go to jail. We don't want you to do that.
Or you might end up killing someone, which we also do not want you to do.
Correct. We do not condone drinking and driving. Please don't do that. If you're going to drink, stay home. Or if you're going to be at the bar, get a designated driver or take an Uber.
Yes.
And this season, they're offering a lot of free rides if you're too drunk to drive. So take advantage of it, folks, is what we're trying to say. Please be safe. We love you all very much. We're going to get the hell out of here.
And we'll see you guys next year.
I hate you so much. Not even my dog's like that.
All right, guys. Good night.
Have a good night, guys, and Happy New Year. The fuck.